Hey guys, it's Julie, designer at the Quilty Cow, and today's tutorial is on the Helpful Heifer picnic placemat. This is an adorable placemat, makes it nice for travel, folds up nice and convenient, perfect for all your needs. Before we begin, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Husqvarna Viking Sewing Machines, Creative Grids Rulers, Mats and Rotary Cutters, and Wilmington Prints. And let's get started. The Helpful Heifer picnic placemat is perfect for any of your outdoor traveling needs. It holds cute little paper plates on this side, and on this side it has a silverware pocket for your silverware and napkins. It rolls up nice and neat for easy storage and nice transportation. You can find this kit on our website at thequiltycow.com or on our Facebook Lives on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Let's start with the first step. The first step after cutting out your material is to make the tie. So to make the tie, you want to press your fabric, and then we're going to fold it in half, wrong sides together, and give a press right down the seam. We're going to open our tie back up, and we're going to fold the raw edges right to that center crease we just made, and fold it in half and give it another press. Now before we sew, since this is going to be an end that you'll see, you want to take the end of your fabric and fold it under just a 1/2 inch. You can press that in place, or you can just put some clips in it. And you'll want to fold the end, the other end down a 1/2 inch also. Once you have it all folded and ready, we're going to step to the machine and we're going to sew an 1/8 inch seam all the way around the entire tie. Once you have your tie sewn, we're just going to set that aside and start working on the body of our placemats. So I'm going to stack my fabrics on top of each other because with this placemat we need to cut it evenly on the side. If you're not comfortable with stacking, you can always just cut them one at a time. So what I need to do is to cut 5 inches off the right hand side. Now if you remember, my fabric is directional, and so I'm going to be making sure the direction is facing me on anything that I need to do. So I'm just going to trim 5 inches off the right hand side, and we're just going to swap these fabrics. So you want to take your backing fabric or your accent fabric and put it with your 5 inch main piece. Once again, making sure that your directional prints are facing you. I'm just going to line up my raw edges here and put some clips to hold it in place. And we're going to repeat this step for our main fabric. Now we need to step to our machine and sew it. We're going to be using a 1/4 inch seam with this. Once you have your accent or your side strips sewn back into place, we're going to press it towards the accent side or towards the 5 inch strip. So just press your seam away and repeat this step for both the main and the accent. Now it is time to add the tie. To do that, we're going to take our piece that has the accent as the main portion, and we're going to measure 5.5 inches from the top left corner. So measure 5.5 inches from your top corner and just make a little mark right there on the edge of your fabric. This is the place where our tie is going to be placed. Next, you want to take your tie and match up the short ends and just fold it in half. It's going to go right here on your placemat, and we're going to baste it in place to keep it nice and secure. As you can see, I have my ties laying on top of my fabric so that when it's all assembled, it'll be facing the right direction. So we're going to place the fold right here on this line and baste it. So once you have your tie basted in place, we want to add the interfacing to the back of our fabric. You want to add it to the back of the fabric that also has the main accent, the majority of the accent fabric, and the little main 5 inch strip. So we're just going to take our interfacing, glue side up, that's the bumpy side, and we're just going to lay our placemat right on top. Once you get it nice and evened out where it needs to be, we're just going to press to apply our interfacing. Once your interfacing is fused to your whole placemat, we're going to layer our fabrics right sides together. The most important part with doing this is just making sure that your 5-inch strips line up. Make sure my ties are nice and flat so they stay out of the way. The first clips that you want to add are right where your accent or your little side pieces come together. So I'm going to clip those pieces first and make sure they line up nice and even. Once those clips are in place, just add a few clips around the rest of your placemat to keep it from shifting. Now we're going to step to our machine and sew with a 1/4 inch seam. We need to leave a 3 or 4 inch opening on one of the sides just so we can turn it right side out. Once your placemat is sewn all the way around, we're going to turn it right side out and poke out all of our corners. Once your placemat's turned right side out, we're going to press it just to get that closed opening and all of our seams nice and flat. So we're going to fold our turn opening closed. Just make sure it's nice and even with the rest of your seam. And make sure you catch that whenever you're pressing, just to keep it nice and flat. Once all of your seams are pressed, we are going to do a top stitch right along the bottom edge of our main. So with the main fabric facing you, you can determine where the bottom is. So we're going to add a top stitch right here along this edge. Okay, so with your accent side facing up, we're going to put a top stitch right along this bottom edge. The next step is to fold the bottom of your pocket up. So we're going to measure 4.5 inches down the right side and the left side and just add a mark. This is the mark wherever your pocket will fold up to. And you'll do that on both sides. Next, you just pull your pocket up till it's right with those marks. I'm going to put some clips to hold it in place. Now the final step to finishing up your pocket is you want to add a top stitch. So once you have your pocket pinned, we're going to top stitch all the way around the entire perimeter, and then we're going to go back in and add a stitch right here where these two fabrics meet to form our silverware pocket. So to stitch this, you just want to make sure you back stitch at the beginning and the end, right to form your pocket. And that is how you make the Helpful Heifer placemat. To take it with you for easy travel, you just roll it up and utilize this cute tie right on the side. It's perfect for any bag, for any picnic. You can find this kit on our website at thequiltedcow.com or on our Facebook Lives on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Please like and subscribe for more tutorials, and thanks for watching.
Okay, you wicked cool quilters, good job. You made it to the end. We would like to thank our sponsors, Husqvarna Viking Sewing Machines, Creative Grids, rulers, rotary cutters, and mats, and Wilmington Prints for the beautiful fabrics. Thanks for watching.